Hello. Thank you again for joining me here as I look further into my intending project for Luke 4:14 through 30. Please excuse my voice. It is trying to go out a little bit. I'm trying to catch a little bit of a cold, so please excuse my voice. And today we're going to look at an incarnational translation. And here's our story. There's a New York City lights gleaming on a big-time executive in his window view office. His company had grown to greater heights and now planned to expand in many parts of the U.S. John had been featured in multiple TV shows, magazines, and billboards. And so John one day decided to visit his hometown to present his proposal to the small city to expand his company. And as he passed through the towns, the different places, on his way there back to his hometown, people greeted him and took pictures with him and congratulated him on his success. It was great and very inviting. And as he arrived into his hometown, John was welcomed into the city hall meeting with open arms. And as John gave his speech, the people were very happy. They were very attentive. They respected him. Until John had mentioned that he grew up in this town and was actually homeless. You see the people's faces change. People in the small town, they start thinking back and remembering about this little boy. Yeah, this is him. People in this small town have despised him and his family for years. It's only because of their poverty. This town was made up of big time shots, but it was a small town. So they had no idea the fame and glory of how it was in New York. Yet, they were famous. It's a famous town, small town. And because of that one homeless family, they seen it as a shame to their town. So they despised him and his family. And even though John had presented many great additions to the town and was planning to do great things and enhance their growth of the city, they rebuked him. They remembered that shame that was brought to their town. So they denied his expansion plan and argued with him. They shouted at him, "Man, this is the street thief. That's the adulterous child. He's evil." They thought that a homeless child born out of wedlock couldn't possibly have had an education and yet alone run a company. So even as they slandered his name and was driving him out, John simply walked away. Didn't say a word. Walked away. In the midst of opposition, we are empowered by God to simply walk away, just as Jesus did in our Luke text of 4:14 through 30. It's relative to the church and its congregation because each individual person can have a secret or a certain past that they're not too proud of. And those past times and past mistakes can sometimes come back and haunt them, even in the midst of their success. And even though in the midst those things coming back to haunt you in now job rejections, business loan denials, and even a school rejection. God has empowered you enough to endure that pain and get up and walk. I've always believed in the philosophy and the teachings of God giving us a measure of faith and giving us a measure of things and lessons that we can endure. So he tells us, rise up, walk, because I have such greater things for you than this. That's our encouragement for today. Thank you so much. Be blessed.